Hey, what's going on, everybody? And actually, welcome to the final episode within our Blood Mage walkthrough. At this point, I'm just going to head to Redcliffe Village. You know, we had just taken Logain with us when we had completed Ostagar, and that was really the only other thing that we had to wrap up before, you know, we do the final battle and just basically conclude the story of our Blood Mage. I am planning on doing a Dragon Age Awakening playthrough. I'm hoping that would be a kind of a quick series, though. Even though I say that, I'm sure it won't be. I'm sure I'm just going to try to lift over every single, turn over every single stone. But just stay tuned, and we'll go from there. But the only other thing I just want to make note of is that I'm not going to have any other commentary for this episode. I'm basically just going to let it play out throughout the cutscenes in addition to like the combat sequences. So I really appreciate anybody who has watched this series. It means a lot to me, and I've enjoyed making, you know, these videos, these episodes. Yeah, I just want to take this time just to send you my love and my appreciation. And now I'll just turn it over to straight up gameplay. So I'm going to disconnect my mic now and enjoy.
It's you, the Grey Warden. Andraste's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these monsters were going to get me. In the castle, I think. The Arl ordered everyone in the village evacuated there this morning, just before the darkspawn arrived. I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here, but it took me too long to get down here. What a relief you arrived. I'm going to get out of here before any more of those things arrive. Thank you again.
Be careful. Darkspawn. Oh, right. Not bad. Got him.
It's your time to die. Another battle, I see.
Yes. Oh,
I will not be defeated. Darkspawn. Slay them all.
Darkspawn.
oh, right.
My lady, you're here. Thank goodness. I don't rightly know. Riordan of the Grey Wardens arrived this morning, just ahead of the darkspawn. I was told he has urgent news and to send out patrols to watch for your arrival. Then we were attacked. I should take you to the hall right away, my lady. They'll be waiting for you there.
It's a relief to see you unharmed, and you as well, Loghain.
Yes, what a pleasure to see you again.
The darkspawn that attacked Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid. It was assumed the Horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the Horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
How certain are we that this is good information?
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain. There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern. The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the Horde.
Make her preserve us.
And we won't be able to reach Denerim within 2 days.
We must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
The Horde must be defeated, but the Archdemon is our true target. And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march, and hope the army collected here gives you the chance you need. Arleman, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak, Your Majesty.
Then give the order. The longer we delay, the longer Denerim will be at the mercy of the Horde.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
Excellent.
Then if you and Loghain could meet me before you retire, we have Grey Warden business to discuss.
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it.
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Claret sent their men, or haven't they?
They're stalling, which is as good as a no.
House Claret's feud with House Romald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business. So naturally they're pleading the need for self-defense.
Fine time to start with that nonsense again. I've half a mind to... Evening to you, Grey Warden. I didn't realize you were still up and about. Nothing that can be dealt with now, I'm afraid. Just one of the houses being thicker than the stone that made them.
Once all of this blight business is done, there will be a reckoning in the Assembly.
They're probably half hoping we'll all wind up dead. That way they'll have one of the strongest forces left in Orzammar.
Enough to face the darkspawn all on their own, I suppose? That's exactly the kind of half-arse thinking that got us into the mess after Endrin passed.
It was our good fortune that you decided to go to Orzammar when you did, Grey Warden. For all that a surfacer needed our help, I expect we needed yours more.
Right. Off to camp with both of you, and keep the drunkenness to a minimum. We have a long way to go yet. Pleasant evening to you, Grey Warden, and good fortune on the field of battle.
Ah, I see it found some of the crystals that I told it about. Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm already too wide as it is. It must be the vertical pattern it put them in. Did it know to do that? It must have. I think it should find some more as soon as possible. I want to glitter from ear to ear, so to speak.
What is your wish, Kadan? Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. I am hardly surprised. To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Very well. As you...
What's on your mind? It is...
enchantment?
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat?
Let's see what this Riordan has to say.
You're both here. Good. You're new to the Grey Wardens, and you may not have been told how an archdemon is slain. I need to know if that is so.
It is indeed. I, for one, am most intrigued to hear this.
So it is true. Duncan had not yet told you. I had simply assumed. Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the darkspawn? That is exactly what it involves. The archdemon may be slain, as any other darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead. A darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
The Grey Warden that kills the archdemon perishes.
Yes. Without the archdemon, the blight ends. It is the only way. In Blight's past, when the time came, the eldest of the Grey Wardens would decide which amongst them would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
Then this will be dealt with soon. One way or the other.
So it will. Let us hope it ends for the better.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I. I am well. 'Tis you who are in danger. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be. And can you guarantee that another will survive the battle that is to come? That they will be there to take that blow? No, you cannot. So your choices are then to either flee as a coward, or face the possibility that you may die. I offer another alternative. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night. What I propose is this. Convince Loghain to lay with me. here tonight, and from this ritual a child shall be conceived within me. The child will bear the taint, and when the archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The archdemon is still destroyed, with no Grey Warden dying in the process. Loghain has no reason to listen to me, but he is bound to listen to you. You, of all people, could command him to do as I ask. Think about what I offer you. The chance to avoid death, or better yet, the chance to slay the archdemon and live as a hero. No Grey Warden has ever done this. In return, I conceive a child, one who will be born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish. Even if I thought Riordan could be convinced, he is unsuitable. I need one who has not been tainted for long. It must be him, and it must be tonight. Because he is bound to obey you, he will comply. Consider the alternative. If Riordan fails, do you think Loghain will hesitate? He will die, redeemed as the hero he wished to be, rather than the villain he deserves to be. And you? Will they remember you, do you think? Or will you be just another Grey Warden who accompanied the great Loghain? I think you have many good reasons to tell him to save his own life. I think you should consider them carefully. A wise decision. I shall wait here then while you go and speak with Loghain. I urge you to be convincing.
Don't think so.
I'm surprised you're still awake. I was also surprised to see the marsh witch outside your room earlier, glowering quite intensely, even for she. Is something amiss? And it involves me in some capacity? I see. I would ask if you were joking, but of course you're not, are you? I should never underestimate your capacity to do the unexpected, but this seems a stretch even for you. So, you intend to save us from the archdemon through, well, this ritual? What kind of magic demands such an act? The abomination of legend. This is the source of the ritual? How charming. Even so, none of this is necessary. If Riordan fails, simply let me take that final blow. Let me make amends for what I've done, if it comes to that. I'm not seeking glory or an end to my punishment. I'm thinking only of my duty. Please, I wish no part in this. Do not ask it of me. You could order me to obey you, yet you do not. If this is truly what you think is wise, then I will do as you ask. Let us find the Marsh Witch and do this thing quickly before I change my mind.
'Twould seem your talk is done.
The witch wishes to get right to the point, it seems.
What is it to be, then? Has a decision been reached?
You'll have to forgive me if I shut my eyes and think of my dead wife.
You would rather make love to a desiccated corpse than me. My, but you are full of the unexpected. Let us go somewhere more private, Loghain. This will not take long at all.
We have gathered all the forces we can. The darkspawn horde is sure to reach the capital before us. And so we must race to Denerim as quickly as we can. The lives of many thousands hang in the balance. We must not forsake them. You have gathered an army to replace the one lost at Ostagar, Grey Warden. Let us pray that it will be enough.
Before us stands the might of the darkspawn horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. The woman you see beside me is an elf, raised to the ranks of the Grey Wardens, and never a more glorious Grey Warden has there been. She has survived despite the odds, and without her, none of us would be here. Today, we save Denerim. Today, we avenge the death of my husband, your King Kaelan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Ferelden! For the Grey Wardens!
Right. Going. Yes. And I'm off. Going. Take that!
Send some darkspawn. And I'm off.
Oh, this should be nice.
Yes.
I am far too old for this.
Never any shortage of these ones. Huh.
You've managed to fight your way to the gates. We're doing better than I hoped.
That will change quickly.
Bloody nug runners are outnumbered 3 to 1.
What are we to do now, Riordan? You have a plan, I assume?
The army will not last long, so we need to move quickly to reach the Archdemon. I suggest taking Loghain and no more than 2 others with you into the city. Anyone you don't bring with you can remain here to prevent more darkspawn from entering Denerim on our tails. We're going to need to reach a high point in the city. I'm thinking the top of Fort Draken might work.
You want to draw the dragon's attention, I take it?
We have little choice, though I warn you that as soon as we engage the beast, it will call all its generals to help it. I can sense 2 generals in Denerim. You may wish to seek them out before going to Fort Draken.
I am sure that if we did slay those generals, it would stop the darkspawn in the city from doing a lot of harm.
It may also waste resources trying to find them. The decision is up to you. There are already several units of our allies within the city by now. They may be able to come to your assistance if you call them, but their strength will be limited. Now, who do you wish to take with you into the city?
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Fair enough. Anyone else will need to remain here and assist in keeping more darkspawn from coming in the gates behind us. Who will lead them?
Very likely.
Good. That should be sufficient. Nothing you have done has prepared you for what you face now. May the Maker watch over you.
Well, this is it, Warden. When from the blood of battle the stone is fed, let the heroes prevail and the blighters lie dead. As one of the blighters, I sodding salute you. Let's show them our hearts, and then show them theirs.
So the Archdemon is next, is it? Well, good luck with that.
Are you ready? We have reached the battlefield at last. I have done nothing. You have carried us this far. Do not doubt that.
So this is it? This is the end? We've come so far. It's strange knowing that all our fates will be decided in a matter of hours. We stand on the precipice before the greatest battle of our age. I wonder if the heroes of old ever felt like this. I am not afraid. We go to fight for a good cause, and there is nowhere else I would rather be. This day, we will forge a legend of our own.
Heading off to slay dragons without me, Fine, fine. Say hello to the Archdemon for me. He never writes anymore. It's rather distressing. And do watch your back. No getting eaten, unless you think it's really important, of course.
After all that, I will not be going with you? I would still see this to the end, but so be it. Let us part ways now. You go your way, to your destiny, and I go my way, to mine. I did not know what it meant to have a friend once, but you I would gladly consider such. Go, slay your Archdemon. Live gloriously, my friend.
Let's get this over with, then. There is little time to waste.
Look at what the Horde has done to the city.
so quickly.
Kill those godless bastards!
We're counting on you, Warden!
Make her watch over you!
Where's the tavern? And I'm off. Going. Right. If you insist. Yes. Go. Tisk, tisk. Yes.
Darkspawn ahead. Be ready.
Ready.
Yes.
So be it.
Where do I go? Watch out. There's darkspawn over there. Huh. And I'm off. Huh. Yes. Right. Going. Yes. How amusing! Right. And I'm off. Right. Going. Aw,
Another battle!
Your orders?
Huh. Oh, right.
Another battle!
You! It's you! The Maker sure gave you the gift of good timing, didn't he? There's a large group of darkspawn approaching and the gates won't hold. We need your help. Do you want to come with us? We could try.
They're breaking through!
Run! All of you! Run for your lives!
As you say. I shall do so.
Speak up.
Going. Yes. Yes.
I'm ready.
Right. Yes. And I'm off. Bad for you. Behind you.
As you say. I shall do so. As you say.
Fight me. Yes.
Of course. There is always waiting, isn't there?
Say when.
Darkspawn ahead. Be ready.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Ah!
For this.
You saved many lives here today. Thank you. Please, take this. I pray it helps you in your coming battles. We have to go. May the Maker watch over you.
No. That I cannot do.
Beware! A large group of darkspawn have broken away from the battle. They're charging this way. They'll be here any minute.
Here they come.
Die!
So be it.
Cross me and you shall pay.
Yes, it shall be as you say. So be it.
It is done.
Run while you can.
It shall be as you say. Yes.
Mud Humper! You're no match for my blade!
So be it.
Yep.
More darkspawn.
I shall do it. I see. As you wish.
I have silenced it.
You're pathetic!
No sufferance.
Go ahead.
Shall I send word that the gates are secured? Right away.
Not happening. Yes. Are you daft? And I'm off.
Yes.
Your wish? Yes. There is always waiting, isn't there?
Say the word.
I see them. Darkspawn. Ask away. I finished.
Be careful. Darkspawn.
Warden?
Haha!
I shall do so.
Saving the day. Yes.
Finally.
Oh, right.
Yes.
All right, I'm game. Going. Yes. Bad for you.
Victory!
And I'm off. And I'm off. trap right ahead. Maker's breath! Yes, of course.
I shall do so.
There! And I'm off.
Excellent.